Hello and welcome to this gambling addiction video. Even when gambling has a negative impact on your life, have you ever been unable to resist the urge? It's not just you. A type of impulse control disorder that affects between 2 and 3% of adults in the United States is gambling addiction, which is also known as compulsive gambling or pathological gambling. It's possible that it's even more prevalent in some groups, like college students and military personnel. Gambling addiction, on the other hand, can also result in issues with one's mental health, relationships, and finances. Additionally, engaging in illegal activities to support your habit may even result in legal issues. It is essential to seek assistance as soon as possible if you are struggling with gambling addiction. We'll go over the signs, causes, and treatment options for gambling addiction in this video. Stay with us to learn more about how to get the help you need if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction. You might have noticed some of the same symptoms if you're struggling with gambling addiction. An uncontrollable desire to gamble is one of the most obvious symptoms. Even though you may be aware of the negative effects of gambling, this may be the case. You might have even attempted to stop or scale back your betting, yet have been not able to do as such. A preoccupation with gambling is another sign of gambling addiction. You might find that you can't think about anything else and constantly think about gambling. You could also organize your day around chances to gamble. Gambling can also be used to deal with stress or negative emotions, which is another sign of gambling addiction. Gambling could be a way for you to get away from problems or feel better about yourself. Another common symptom of gambling addiction is putting more money at risk than you can afford to lose. This can cause financial issues and may necessitate borrowing money or selling things to fund gambling. Lying about or concealing your betting propensities is one more side effect of the betting habit. You might tell lies to others about how much you gamble or go to great lengths to keep your gambling habits from your loved ones. Last but not least, gambling addiction frequently results in relationships and financial difficulties. Gambling can put a strain on your finances and your relationships with other people. It is essential to seek assistance as soon as you notice any of these symptoms. We'll talk about the causes of gambling addiction and how to treat it in the next segment. Stay tuned for more information on how to get the help you need. Betting dependence doesn't simply occur out of the blue. This disorder can be brought about by several different things. Genetic and environmental factors are one of the main factors that contribute to gambling addiction. People who have a family history of addiction or mental health issues may be more likely to develop a gambling addiction, according to research. The risk of developing this disorder may also be increased by certain environmental factors, such as trauma or stress exposure. Neurobiological factors are an additional factor in gambling addiction. This disorder may be caused by certain brain chemicals and pathways, according to research. This suggests that gambling addiction may have a biological component, which may make it harder for some people to resist the urge to gamble. Finally, the development of gambling addiction may also be influenced by psychological and social factors. Individuals with specific character qualities, for example, impulsivity or a requirement for thrill chasing, might be more in danger of creating a betting fixation. Social factors like peer pressure or a culture that encourages gambling may also play a role in the onset of this disorder. We can better understand how to treat gambling addiction and provide the necessary support to those who are struggling with it if we know what causes it. It is essential to seek assistance as soon as possible if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction. Gambling addicts can overcome their disorder and regain control of their lives with the assistance of a variety of treatment options. Therapy is a major treatment option for gambling addiction. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, are two kinds of therapy that can be helpful for people who are addicted to gambling. These treatments can help people figure out and change the bad thoughts and actions that make them addicted to gambling. People who are struggling with a gambling addiction may also benefit from taking medication. There are a few drugs that have been demonstrated to be viable in treating this issue, including specific serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, and narcotic bad guys. These drugs can help you control your impulses and reduce cravings. Last but not least, getting help from a support group can be a crucial part of getting help for gambling addiction. For those in recovery, support groups can provide a sense of community and accountability. Individuals can share their experiences and offer one another support in a safe setting through support groups. It is essential to take into account each of these treatment options and choose the one that is most suitable for you if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction. In conclusion, gambling addiction is a serious mental illness that can cause significant harm to those who suffer from it. It is essential to seek assistance as soon as possible if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction. Individuals can overcome their disorders and regain control of their lives through a variety of treatment options. Keep in mind that you are not alone in your struggle with gambling addiction. There are assets accessible to assist you with beating this issue and getting your life in the groove again. Therefore, act immediately if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction. Start the road to recovery today by asking for assistance. I appreciate you watching this gambling addiction video. We trust that it has been instructive and has urged you to make a move, assuming you or somebody you know is battling with this problem. We can overcome gambling addiction and create a better future together.